manicure, and I'm going to do another mixed mani today. This one is one that I bought from Danielle. Her site will be linked in the description box. So, hi, I'm Heather. I am a ColorStreet stylist and nail addict. I do my nails a couple times a week and I film it for you. So, if you like nails and want to hear me chatter, I hope you'll consider subscribing. If you are a subscriber already, thank you. I appreciate you, and I'm glad you're back. All right, so this one that I'm gonna do tonight is, well, first of all, rule of thumb. I've never used this set, but I've coveted it, stared at it, looked at it, thought about it, but never used it. So I'm excited to use that one. And then it also has in it Pink It Up. Let's Pink It Up, excuse me, and Put It to Rest. I'm trying to remember what the Pink It Up one was. It was I feel like it was a foundation release, or I just remember it came out on its own. Like it didn't come out with other sets, but I don't remember what foundation set it would be, unless it's in the book. Let's see if it's in the book. Let's look, why not? I think the foundation sets are near the back. I don't know. Maybe not. I thought that one might be in here, but I don't see it. Let's see. Let's go back to the beginning, see if we find it. I don't think so, but I seem to remember it coming out by itself. So it could have been also like a hostess reward set or something too that happens. So I'm not really 100% sure when that one came out. And then Put It to Rest was one of the Halloween sets from this year. So all right, let's get this puppy opened and get these on. Yeah, so I got my sub box today. It's Thursday, the 12th, I think. Yeah. I put up a video. Apparently for a few people, it showed a screenshot of like during the video rather than the thumbnail that I put up for it. So if you didn't want to see it, I mean, you saw it, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, it's a YouTube thing, not a me thing, and I can't fix it. I put up a thumbnail of the cover of the box so that, you know, anybody who didn't want to see it would know for sure, like, hey, this is the sub box video. I better not look at it. But for some reason on some people's devices, it was showing it to them as a like screen grab from the video where I was holding up one of the sets. So, not the intention. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to use these yet. Maybe we'll do like this. And then maybe on the middle finger, use 2 strips there to make like another accent. Let's see how that looks. So there we go. That's out of the way. So yeah, I can't wait for everybody else to get it and see what you guys think of it. So we'll see what happens. All right, so this one, I'm just gonna put it on as it is. And we're gonna see how purty she is, finally. One of my best friends helped me decide which set I was gonna do tonight because I was debating back and forth which one I wanted to do. So I was on a FaceTime with her and I held up all of the sets that I was considering and she decided she liked this one. So we're doing this one. Yeah. Rule of plum does not disappoint me. I love it. I actually have another set, mixed mani set with this in it too. And I believe I have like a couple actual full sets of it as well. So I'm sure you'll see this one again in the future. I wish my nails were longer so that I could get that whole, I don't know what kind of flower that is. It almost looks like a lotus, but I don't think that's what it's supposed to be. But I wish I could get more of that design on my finger, because it's really pretty. But we'll get it on the thumbs. So it's definitely a pretty color though. I like it. I'm excited. I haven't used any of these sets actually yet. I bought, I think 3 or 4 of Put It to Rest when the Halloween sets were out, and I never ended up using any of them. So I'm excited to use all of these tonight. They're pretty good. I have the Bridgerton playlist going in the background again tonight, so we will have instrumental pop songs going in the background. You might recognize some of them. It'll be a fun little game if you see if you can figure out what song it is just by the instrumental. Although I don't have it too loud because I don't want it to like overwhelm the video. It's just supposed to be background, you know? Oh, this is pretty. I love the colors in it. The deep purple and then the light purple. Ooh, my hand's shaky. It's really pretty. Okay. All right. I'm using my nippers because this one, it's a little on the drier side, so I think it'll be better if I cut it with the nippers rather than like the orange wood stick, because I don't want it to rip funky, you know? So I use my nippers again. Next to my thumbnail, I feel like these are usually my best tool for cleaning up the edges on these things. I always hate this one side on the pinky because it's too big for my pinky, so there's usually quite a bit of edge cleanup, which I hate. So this one is usually a pain in the tuchus. The song that's playing now, I don't know the actual version of it, so I don't think I could really guess it from the instrumental what it is. But it's I know what it is because it's shown on the screen, but like if I had to just guess what it was from the instrumental, I doubt I would know. Yeah, I like that. Now I want to pull out one of my full sets of it. Move these up a little bit. I feel like there we go. Okay. All right, now let's see about this one. I'm so excited to use it. I'm excited to see how they go together too. I think like having 2 designs in a mixed mani can sometimes be a risk, and they may not go well together. But as we all know, sometimes a risk works out good. So I'm excited to see if it works out well. I think it will. I think they look kind of cute together, the two designs. Especially since this one is just lines. It's not the same as like a full-on design, you know? I feel like that got louder all of a sudden. Hopefully it's not too much. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna have to do the whole thing to really be sure, but I'm not 100% sure if I like them together or not. I mean, honestly, you could put any ColorStreet stuff together, and even if they don't really go, your nails are still gonna look better than most people's, but like I've literally had every single finger on my hand different, and it's still like, it's, you know, way better than a lot of the stuff you see people walking out of salons with. So, and they paid way more money for their manicure than we do, so, you know, I think it's still, even a mani that you're not super in love with is still better than going to the salon and paying someone mass quantities of money. Because let me tell you, I've gone to the salon and paid somebody a ton of money to do my nails and walked out disappointed. So, like, at least with a ColorStreet one, if I don't like it, I didn't spend like $50 getting it done, you know? So, you know what I mean? I used to go, I did acrylics for a really large chunk of my lifetime. I did the shellac nails for years, and all of that was like super expensive. The acrylics all the time, I would go in and be like, I want my nails short. And they'd be like, oh yeah, okay, make it short. And they would never, never make it the length that I wanted. They always would be like, oh no, it don't look good if you have it that short. And I'm like, but I think it looks good. So I would always end up leaving and like filing my nails down to the length that I actually wanted them. So like, I mean, why am I paying someone all sorts of money to do something and tell me what looks good rather than do what I want and what I think looks good, you know? So the moral of that story was, any ColorStreet mani is better than a salon mani, in my opinion. Actually, yeah, I do like it now that I've cleaned it up. I think it was just kind of like having the edges not cleaned up. I do like it now together. It looks kind of cool. All right, let's see now this one. I'm wondering how sheer this is. It looks like it's going to be really sheer, but I have a feeling it's one of those ones that is going to be surprising to me. Yes, see? So it has white on the back of it, so you won't see through it. If it didn't have that white backing, this would definitely be like a sheerer set, I'm sure. But because of the color of it, I'm also fairly sure that it's one that you would be able to put over other sets and it would change the color of this one just because it's so light. So, you know, like if you put a dark set underneath it, you could probably change the color of this up a little bit. But it's not sheer or see-through. Like it looks like when you look at it, to me, I expected it to be a bit sheer. But then I also know those sets fool me sometimes, so. I got a little wrinkle here. Let's see if we can push it out. Might not be able to. Yeah, it's okay. It's tiny anyways, a little bit right over there. This is really pretty. That color, that would be a super good, like just neutral mani if you had all of your nails in this color. Like it would be very pretty and girly. It's got a great sparkle to it. Because it has that like little tiny glitter, you know? And, okay. See, this is about to wrinkle right there in the middle. But usually if you pull it and pull it, there we go. If you stretch it out a bit, you can usually prevent the wrinkle. So you stretch it, like kind of pull it from the tip and stretch it carefully, because you know it can rip. But when you start to get a wrinkle like that at the tip, like you'll see that a lot when you're doing solids. Solids tend to wrinkle for me, and they tend to be harder to put on. So that is something, if you get like a solid and it's starting to, you always get wrinkles at the tips. That's one way to get rid of them, is to pull on it a little bit and stretch it. Don't just push it down. Like if you just push it down with the little pusher thing, it's going to just like set the wrinkle even more. The best thing to do is pull and stretch it a little bit and try and pull the wrinkle out versus try and push the wrinkle out. Does that make sense? So, oh yeah, this color is super pretty if you're a pink person. I mean, and it's such a pale pink. It's almost not pink. It's almost white. But if you're not a pink person, I don't think you would like it. If you're a pink person, this is a gorgeous set. I would do a full set just of this. It's really, really pretty. Yeah, I like it. So what's going on with everybody this week? What do you got going on? Anything fun? So I told you guys in the last video, the date went well. It seemed to go well anyways. Went well for a little bit after. And then not so well now. I'm telling you, the dating world sucks. It is so hard to find like just a nice, normal person. I'm not looking for like, you know, anything special. Just normal. And someone who doesn't lie. Like, is it so hard not to lie? I feel like finding someone who doesn't lie is like a freaking unicorn nowadays. I feel like people tell you what they think you want to hear, and then change their minds. So, anyways, I will be back out there Doing it some more. Glutton for punishment. So, yeah, you know. Oh my God, this is so pretty. So pretty. I really, really like this set. If you haven't used it, you want it. It's really pretty. Like, it's got sparkle, and it also is like a what do they call it? The shiny ones. Shimmer. It's a shimmer. Like, it's got a shimmer to it as well, not just the glitter. It's also got a shimmer finish on it. For some reason, this spot right here does not want to stick down. So, yeah. There we go. Okay. So we had a full moon last week, right? So, of course, Aiden it's been a rough week for him. Because not only did we have a full moon, Aiden is my 5-year-old, by the way, if you are new here. And he has some challenges. So we had the full moon, plus the kids were on school vacation for Christmas and New Year's for 14 whole days. So he wasn't in school for a while. Plus we had the full moon. This week was a challenge behaviorally. One day I couldn't even get him to school because he was acting up too much, and I didn't want to send him when he was being that way. And then the next day, because I didn't send him, of course, then he was like, oh, well, if I misbehave, Mommy's not going to make me go to school. Oh, boy. It was a week, let me tell you. It is a challenge raising a child, period. But when they have special needs, it's definitely a challenge. I don't think that all people are necessarily prepared for. It's hard. You know, sometimes I think that when you're younger and you're, having kids and stuff, you don't really realize that the challenges that go along with it. You know what I mean? But we're working on it. We're going to get it figured out. But it was definitely a challenging week. The moon is awful. I'm sure regardless of the fields that you work in, you've probably experienced what a full moon does to people, to regular adult people. If you work, in medicine or retail or any kind of job that involves any customer service contact, you know what I'm talking about. The full moon makes people go friggin' nuts. So I can understand and imagine that for his poor little brain, what the full moon does to him, he doesn't understand it. He just knows he's not happy. You know what I mean? Like for me, the full moons make me super, super restless. Sometimes agitated because of the restlessness, And then, of course, I work in healthcare. So I deal with people. It's a customer service type job. Any kind of healthcare job is. So I also get to deal with people that are acting crazy around the full moon too. So it usually makes work super fun on top of the fact that I am out of sorts myself, So I love the full moon and I hate it at the same time. But, oh, that's pretty. I really like that color. So now I can't decide if I want to add this somehow to my middle finger. Like if I want to do a peekaboo at the bottom, do a slant of it at the top, or do I just want to leave it pink? I feel like I kind of want to use it because I want it to tie in this a little bit more. Because I feel like without it, then this is just like one nail, like kind of odd nail out. If that's even a thing. So I feel like I want to use it and put it like, maybe like this, like a little bit higher peak with all the pink showing around the edge. Yeah, let's try it. Why not? It's only nails. We can change it. It's only gonna be on there for a couple days. Or I could do it on the pointer. But I feel like I want it next to that one. So yeah, let's do it. Let's see how it looks. Now this song that's playing on there at the moment is actually a very, I think, well-known song, but just the instrumental alone, I'm not, like, if I didn't see the title on the screen, I'm not 100% sure that I would know what it was just by the instrumental, but it is a fairly, I think it's a well-known song. It's, I'm just gonna tell you, because I'm sure you guys haven't been guessing as they're playing. You're listening to me yap away over here. It is playing Coldplay's Yellow, which, again, like I said, I think that's a pretty well-known song. I think most people have heard that before, but it didn't, I don't know, the instrumental doesn't necessarily come across very clear like that it's that song. Yeah, that's cute. What do you guys think? We gotta clean it up, of course. It always looks better when you clean the edges, but I think it looks cute. I like it. I like it. And then, of course, once it sets up and I put some top coat on tomorrow, it'll be even more better. I feel like that's not really a word, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it's a little cutie thing. I like it. I'm trying not to put top coat on my nails at night when I do them, because I've noticed I've been having like, they're soft still. Like I feel like they stay like a little bit gummy and then I end up peeling them off. So I'm trying to not do the top coat at night and to let them just set overnight and then file and do my top coat in the morning and see if that helps, because I would like to leave them on a little bit longer. Sometimes I want to take them off and do something different, but sometimes I also want to leave them on a little bit longer, you know? So there's those ones. Now we're going to put our little thummies on. Let's see here. Do I want this end or this end with the pattern? I think I want this end. Can you hear this song? You have to know what this song is. I'll be quiet for a second so you can listen. Do you know it? Can you tell? I think I'm actually going to use this end because I want the, like, on the pinkies, I pretty much got like solid flower. And then if I used this end, I would have like the one solid flower, but on this end, I'll have kind of like two partials. So I think I want to use that end just so it's a little bit different. Probably can't even tell on camera, but it's different. So by the time this video is actually like released where you're gonna see it, you will have seen it already. But where is it? There's my pusher. The last set I did was another Lovely Hello gel set. And I realized the importance of really looking at the design for placement because it was like it's a tiger's eye kind of thing. And on some of the nails, I only got the like design bit up here because you couldn't really see the design. It's only like when you move it in the light that you saw it. So on some of the nails, I only really got it at the tip. And then other nails, it was more the whole nail. So when it moved in the light, you could see the design shifting on the whole nail. So I realized that it is actually kind of important to look at the design on the strip and see, like, especially if you're going to use just one end of it and not the other end, like, where do you want it placed? You know, it seems like kind of silly, but it is actually kind of important. Again, it is just nails, so it's not the end of the world, but if you want it to look a certain way, it is kind of important to look at it and decide which side of what part of the design you want to use, you know, because a lot of strips are like this where the two ends have slight differences or sometimes big differences in the two ends, depending on what it is. So I like this end where it's giving me like two partial flowers instead of one full flower, I think. This is the light for the Lovely Hello nails. It works pretty good as a hand rest for when you're doing your nails. I really like Rule of Thumb. It's for sure a stunner. I don't remember what's in there besides these, because I feel like not all the strips have this design. Some of the strips have something else on them, but I don't remember what it is. I would have to pull my set out and look at it, but I'm pretty sure that some of the strips have something different. I can't remember if it's just like a solid of the lighter color or darker color, or if it's another design, but I feel like there are different designs besides just the flowers on the strips. So wish I could remember. But as we all know, I can't remember much off the top of my head anymore. It's that lovely age and hormonal changes thing that happens to us, you know. you have children and you lose a little bit of your brain capacity. You know, they talk about pregnancy brain, but what you don't hear a lot is that pregnancy brain doesn't necessarily go away. It might get a little bit better, but it doesn't go away. You never go back to that, like, full cognitive function that you used to have before you had kids. And then, you know, as lovely as it is for being a woman, you know, we bear children and get the gift of that, which I think it is a gift. But along with that comes a lot of things that it does to your body. And then, you know, we get all the hormonal shifts. And that does some wonky stuff to our brains too. And then next thing you know, you're like, I used to be smart. I have a degree. I passed classes and tests. And now I don't remember my own address. Or maybe that's just me, but I think it's a universal thing for most women. Like, I even remember when I first started selling ColorStreet, I used to be able to look at a person's nails and go, oh yeah, that's whatever. I knew the set, like, boom, right out the top of my head. But now I'm like, I'm not sure. Okay. So there's the thumbs. I really like that. This is a pretty set. I love it. Okay. And then there's the whole shebang there together. I'm not sure how I feel about the middle finger, but we'll leave it at least till tomorrow. Let's see how it looks after it's set up. So this, oh God, the pink is pretty too, this one. It's just like blowing my mind a little bit. All right, there it is. So I will file it and top coat it and take some nail fees tomorrow for you guys. I hope you liked it, and I will see you on the next one. Love you. Bye.